New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, so this is yet again another one of those videos. Just a disclaimer: I have points that I'm trying to make in this video, but like I told you before, sometimes it gets a little bit scattered. Some of the people out there, they can pretty much get what it is that I'm trying to state. Like I said, stuff has good intentions, but at the end of the day, these videos are more so to help spark healthy conversation that needs to be had, in the Black community. And that's one main thing that we need to have, especially in between Black men and Black women, because it seems that we just got to the point where we don't even want to talk at all. And it just got to the point where Black women pretty much see Black men as the enemy, and as that challenger that they have to take down. And that's just a mentality that needs to be broken down for real. All right, so this is going to be a just a question to Black women. If you're one of the ones that don't even want to answer the question, don't even want to look at the question, and you want to try to deflect and be like, oh, but why don't we ask Black men this question? I mean, realistically, you're not going to do that because you're going to end up making yourself look bad at the end of the day, right? Because I'm dedicating this to Black women, right? Because there's always been a nice amount of Black women that have always stated that Black men ain't this, Black men ain't that, right? The main growing up, the main thing that I've always seen on TV, I've always seen Black women on TV negatively talking about Black men and what Black men ain't about, what Black men won't do, how Black men ain't good fathers, how Black men are negative, how Black men are this. It's been everything under the moon. It hasn't been up until recent times that people have heard the flip side, right? Where you have Black men talking about their experiences, Black men talking about the relationships that they have been in, right? And the funniest thing is, in a lot of those conversations, I've heard men be honest. They be like, you know what? I myself made the wrong choices in women. I decided to go for this woman because of A, B, C, or whatever it is. Men will literally be honest and be like, "Yo, I made the wrong choices of women because I was thinking about something else. I wasn't really on really focused on what it is that I should have been." So nobody, no woman out here can sit up here and say like, "Yo, how come Black men won't be responsible for their choices?" We've always been responsible. We always talk to other guys and be like, yo, don't do what I did, right? I sat up there. This is the type of women I had. It was all fun for a few seconds, but it's lifelong pain now, right? Because I didn't sit up there and necessarily vet these women. I didn't necessarily make the most positive or greatest decision in women because I was looking for option A, when realistically I should have been looking for option like I, right? Or option like Z, or whatever it is, like something that's more long term. That's why I'm going a little bit further during the alphabet and stuff. So, and a lot of men will sit up there and say that, right? But why is it that women, and specifically Black women, will never openly be like, you know what, in general, I've just made the wrong decisions in men? It's not men, right, that's at fault for my bad relationships, right? Or for my broken self-esteem, or for the lack of love that I have of myself, or for the lack of a positive relationship I have with my daughter or my kids, or the lack of relationship that my kids have with their father. It's not those men's fault. It's the fact of the matter that it's my fault, right? It's because I wasn't ready, right? It's because I wasn't, in the right frame of mind to take responsibility in a conscious, right? um, responsible acknowledgement of the fact that, yo, this is the wrong type of guy to be with. I know that this guy is not father material. I know that this guy is not boyfriend material. I know that this guy is not fiance and husband material. I know that this guy is not provider material. I know that this guy is not business material. I know that this guy is not money material. Like, there are so many women out here that will always talk about that, yo, these men ain't this man ain't that. But it's like, women, if y'all want to be realistic about y'all choices, if you're continuously picking these dudes that ain't this and ain't that, what does that then make you? Because you're laying down sleeping with them, forming these bonds and these unions, producing kids. You're the exact same as your choices. You're not going to sit up there and tell me different. You're not. If you're sitting up here telling me that all the men that you've ever been with, like I said, this is when women need to sit up there and actually listen and think about the stuff that they say before they say it. If you're saying that all of these guys ain't nothing, all of these guys are useless, and you continuously choose the same type of useless and ain't nothing guys, that means that you as a woman are in the exact same boat. You're not anything different. You're not anything different. Stop trying to tell yourself that you are, so that you can still keep consistently making the same mistakes that lead to the same outcomes, and you expect something different. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, men have always been made to been taking responsibility. And at the main point in time dealing with black women ain't really responsible for nothing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You can always list kids. You can always do that. But like I said, that was a choice to also have those kids. Like I said, I had a conversation with my mom before, right? She chose to sit up there and keep me. She chose to sit up there and have me. She chose to sit up there and be a mother. At any point in time, my mom could have been like, yo, this is not something that I want to sit up there and do. I'm done with it. But she opted not to do that because she's a responsible woman, and she understood what the mission is. She understood what everything was. And this is how I'm here at this moment in time, because of a responsible woman. This is why I'm here, right? And this is why I can always give all due praise and love to my mother, because of everything that she did for me. Now, you got a lot of mothers out here that want to always puff up their chest and say that they're mothers, but they're not really mothers. Just because you got a womb, just because you have eggs, and just because you got some kids don't mean that you're a mother. Because a lot of these women out here treat their kids like interchangeable handbags. And that's just a fact. Because I've seen a lot of women out here that got a whole bunch of kids. The mother comes out of the house looking like she just came from like the greatest like beauty magazine in existence, and the kids coming out looking like they're from a third world country. Craziness. But like I said, don't nobody say nothing, though. Don't nobody say nothing. And like I said, this is what happens when you don't put responsibility where responsibility should be put. Like I said, at the end of the day, you have a lot of women out here that keep making the same jacked up and, messed up decisions in men, and still continuously want to sit up there and blame men instead of taking the responsibility and put it on themselves. Like I said, that's crazy to me. Black women need to start taking more responsibility for the men that they selectively decide to date. Like I said, I'm not the one. I've never sat up there and said that every black man out here is a king. I'm not with that. Like I said, I go by actions. Like I said, every black woman out here ain't no queen. Like I said, every black woman ain't walking in that light. Just like every black man ain't sitting up there walking in that light. So we can already cut that nonsense, just in case somebody wants to start writing that in the comment section. But it's like, oh, you guys say that, black men are kings and you should be treated like kings and all this other stuff. I ain't never say that. I ain't never say that. And the funniest thing is, I've never even told women that that's how I expect them to sit up there and treat me. I can care less. Like I said, I don't need a woman to treat me any type of way, because I sit up there, I got myself. With or without you, I got myself. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I am a man. Like I said, I came in this world by myself, and I'm going to leave this world by myself. The money that I sit up there and make as a man, I made that because of the necessary, calculated risks, right, that I decided to sit up there and make in life. So the money that I gain from that is because of the calculated risks that I decided to sit up there and make with my money. So like I said before, Just like anything that, gets taken away or destroyed, right? I got the power to sit up there and build that back up, either as the same or bigger and better. Like I said, there's a clear cut difference. And the other thing that I want to touch on as well, right? The other thing that I want to touch on as well that I don't think a lot of people are talking about is how black women have been made to see black men as competition. And what I mean by that is, you know, when the whole thing of like black women being raised, right, to be, independent, to like not need a man and all this, other type of stuff, right? So that basically means, right, if you have a whole bunch of girls being raised by nothing but black women, right? And all of those black women are like, yo, I'm independent. I don't need a man. I can do this by myself and da da da. That's all great. That's cool. That's what it is. But what's gonna happen is that those men, those women, right, when they happen to get into relationships with guys, because they've never seen a successful relationship, because they've never seen the women in their family actually be in a successful relationship and actually have that whole, you know, type of thing where they can see like this is how it's supposed to go, this is how it's supposed to work, this is how people are supposed to act. You're going to have groups of women of now that are going to grow up and that's going to see black men as competition. So whenever they're in a relationship, they're going to still be in competition. It's like, oh well, I make more money than you, I got a higher paying job, I got a better, education, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, where is this even coming from? Like, you're making it seem like, right, black men have always like challenged you to like, yo, you gotta be on the same level. Black men have never cared about that, because at the end of the day, black men and black women have always been doing like the exact same jobs, ever since, the starting of this country, or what have you, whatever you want to sit up there and say. Like I said, the feminist movement and the whole ideology behind it that in a sense infected black women is why we have black women in the circumstances and the situations that they're in at this moment in time. Like I said, I don't care. Like, all right, women want equal pay. That's fine. I have no problem with that. You want equal pay, you want all this other type of stuff. That's great. Go at it. Like, yo, I commend you for that. Like I said, it's whatever it is. I just feel that people should be paid, for the work that they actually do. That's how I basically work. I don't care who you are. I'm like, if I see you actually, breaking your back and doing hard work and stuff, and I can see that work ethic, I'm going to sit up there and pay you top dollar. But if I see you as like a lazy bum that's not doing nothing, but you're expecting like high pay, we ain't doing that. Like I said, that goes for anybody. I don't care if you're male or female. That's just, like I said, that's how I sit up there and work, because I know how I work, right? So because I got a certain worth ethic, I expect that from a lot of other people, right? Like I said, that's just how I roll. A lot of other people don't understand that because they've never really worked for themselves. So they don't, in a sense, know or have, right, that type of like expectation. They're just going off of like the same thing that they've been doing for like the last, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Like I said, it's work the when you understand work ethic, it's a different understanding when you're working for yourself, making your own money, right? Doing your taxes, having to sit up there and pay that out, having to manage everything by yourself, and having to give yourself a schedule. Like I said, a lot of people are not built for that way of life. This is why a lot of people don't sit up there and do it. This is why you got some people that work for other people, which is completely fine and dandy. That's how the world, rotates. That's how the world moves. That's how the world works. And then you got other people that are like, you know what? This ain't really the square for me at this point. I'm going to sit up there and deviate from this and make my own plans. And this is when you got people who are entrepreneurs. This is when you got people that work for themselves. This is when you got people that start up their own businesses and, all these other type of things. Like I said, there's some out here for, everybody. But like I said, my whole main point is, at no point in time should it be that black women are looking at black men as competition. That is the most detrimental thing that I've ever seen in my life, where you have groupings of black women that in a sense both want to be the man and the woman at the same time. I'm like, that's the most baffling and confusing thing ever in life. Like that, like I keep sitting up there telling black women, y'all got a choice, right? You're not going to sit up there and tell me that you're both Lois Lane, Clark Kent and Superman all in the same body. That's not working for me. You got to pick one. You got to sit up there and pick one. That's not how it works. Like I said, like how everybody always says, you're not going to be able to in life have your cake and eat it too. And if you do, you're going to end up basically getting diabetes, being overweight and fat. It's the exact same thing. Yo, black women, y'all got to make a choice. You're not going to be able to do all three. Like I said, some of y'all want to believe that, yo, you can't sit up there and this is the problem. Black men and men in general always oppress women, and y'all want to specifically tell black women what it is that we can or can't do, and y'all been doing this. No, it ain't us that's been doing it. It ain't us that's been doing it. There's a whole other nationality, ethnicity that's been sitting up there doing that to women for eons. But y'all don't want to sit up there and come at them sideways. But y'all want to sit up there and come at black men because we're understanding how everything is changing, and it's for the worst. Because at the end of the day, everything that you guys are like bigging up right now is detrimental and is going to cause your own downfall. So a lot of these groups that y'all been parading for and stuff, they're building to replace you, right? A lot of the individuals that you want to support, they're building to replace you. The attitudes that you have right now towards black men, when it deals with money, education, and all this other type of stuff, you're making it easier and easier for other groups of women to just come in and be like, you know what, I'll be what they're not. And that's literally what other groups of women are doing. They're doing what they've always been sitting up here been doing. They've been doing what they've always, done within their culture. Black women are the only ones where it's like, yo, nah, this ain't it no more. I want to be, independent. I want to be a, single mother. I don't need a man, directly, in my life, right? Or if I decide to lay down with the man, guess what? I don't want him to be, in the child's life, even if he is a good man. I don't want him to be there because I don't need it. And the only reason that black women are able to do that is because of the government, and that's just bars. That is literally bars. If the government was not giving women money for kids, you would start to see a lot less women having them, and especially having them and being single. And that's just bars. Because there would be no benefit. There would be nothing to sit back on and basically get from the government. Because let's be honest, women get more money if the man is not in the household. The dude can be the best man. He can be a great man. Women by far get more money and more subsidies and all these other things when a man is not in a household versus when a man is in a household. So what do you think women are going to pick? Right? Do women want all the money, or do they want to sit up there and actually have a family that's going to be beneficial, that's going to have, happy and healthy, positive growth, and potentially maybe struggle a little bit? They're going to go with the road that's the easiest, which is just taking all of the money and just doing it themselves. Like I said, the government been already sitting up there telling people, what to do. They've been doing this since 9/11. They've been doing this since before then. And I've told people about this before. But now, and that was just in general when I was telling people. Now, for black women, this is what the government has been doing. And now it's just going to get to the point where you're going to be in the same household with the government, and the government is just going to be telling you what you can and can't do. And it ain't going to be nothing that you can sit up there and say or do about it, because you've allowed this to sit up there and take place for so long that it's now second nature. So now once you start seeing it as an actual problem for what it actually is, it's too late, because you're not going to have black men to sit up there and protect you, because you basically stated to black men that you are the black man. So now as a black man, now you got to fix your own situation. Now you got to sit up there and protect yourself. Now you got to sit up there and hold down the house. So anytime that there is a burglary or a robbery taking place, you said that you didn't want black men in a household. Now you got to sit up there and be the man of that house. And now you got to sit up there and risk your life in order to, protect yourself and your interests, which is your kids and everything else. Like I said, I'm pretty sure my message is probably like all over the place right now, but I swear to you, it has a point. It so wholeheartedly has a point, which is that at the end of the day, black women need to stop seeing black men as competition, because we are not your competition. We are trying to make it the same exact way that we've always been trying to make it, which is together. But somewhere along the way, black women got caught up in the feminist movement after the Black Panther Party, and due to the fact that the government saw what was taking place, where black men were basically scattered because of their plans, they knew that this was their way to basically get in to further divide, black men and black women just went for it, which is sad. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about these videos. I happen to do these like every, once in a while, every once in a blue moon or whatever it is. I'll, upload videos like this. And, these videos are just meant to, for people to listen, conversate, talk, and, a variety of different things. Like I said, it's meant to like spark conversations, because conversations need to, be had. And again, I'm more than likely put that disclaimer, letting people know like, hey, the points might be a little bit scattered, just a bit, but they have, good intentions. They have a place that they're supposed to go. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.